Hello, welcome to another video. Take 3 to start off this video. Okay, so in this video, what we're going to be talking about is what the 4 Merlin parks across the UK need. So we're going to talk about Legoland, Windsor, first of all, not any others, just Legoland, Windsor, Cheshunt World of Adventures, Thorpe Park, and Alton Towers. Now, we're going to talk about 3 things that we feel at the park. The first one, what the park needs to either reduce queues or get big. The second one is what if they were to get rid of any ride, what would they get rid of? And the third one is what do we feel the park needs next? Now, Legoland excludes the last one because obviously they've got the haunted house coming anyway. So we don't feel they need anything because that was really what they needed, another dark ride. And we spoke about this the other day. So the first thing is what we feel they need. Now, I think is either 2 things Legoland needs to reduce queues, mainly for Legoland. Okay, so they've got 2 coasters there. They've got the Dragon Ride and the Dragon's Apprentice. Both of them we don't rate at all, do we? We think they're pretty woeful, to be honest. But they're good family coasters for a family park. And what we've got to stress this. We don't want to take the family feel away. But Legoland, first of all, I feel personally that they either need one more big flat ride, like one that will take queues off the other flat rides, and maybe a next scale up coaster to take the queues off Dragon Ride and Dragon's Apprentice. Because if one's down, the other one's crazy busy.
I wouldn't even say though that them coasters are even as on the same level as Flying Fish.
No, I mean we didn't do Dragon's Apprentice because we looked at it and we just thought, what is that? That is awful. But we done the Dragon's Ride and God, how we were disappointed.
The theme was good.
The theme was brilliant. The theme was exceptional. The queue line is amazing. It's going into the castle. We waited 45 minutes for that ride, and was it worth 45 minutes? Not at all. Not at all. So yeah, the flat ride situation, in my personal opinion, I feel Cheshunt needs this as well. I feel like they need a drop tower. I know we don't personally like drop towers.
They're quite popular, aren't
they? They are. Drop towers are popular, and if you go to theme parks, they've normally got a big-ish queue, half an hour, 40-minute queue on most of them.
The trouble Cheshunt have got though, obviously with Remedy's Revenge, when we tried, it took us 45 minutes to try to get a ride on it because there weren't enough people.
Then that is the thing with Cheshunt, and I don't think it would be so much Legoland because Legoland always has a massive amount of queues to come in anyway. Like we saw, the queue was down into the car park B, just to get in, which is where we parked. But if
it didn't take long to get in.
It didn't. Once you got through the security points, it was all right.
Not like Thorpe Park queue.
No,
some days
that's ridiculous.
You're in the queue to get into the park for 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean we've done that as well, haven't we? Like when we've gone there and we've had to get, like for Fright Nights, when you had to get, even though we had the Thorpe Park and your passes last year,
you had to pay an extra tenner.
You had to pay an extra tenner to get into Fright Nights, which I don't rate one bit. But then you could say, like, because with like Alton Towers and Cheshunt, you've got to pay for each maze now, which you don't have to do at Thorpe Park. Which then I can see why they're putting the £10 upcharge on your annual passes
as well, don't they?
Yeah, Cheshunt and Alton Towers. I don't know about Legoland because we never done it. We got the back end. We got Creepy Caves. We didn't do any of the other mazes at Cheshunt, did we? We didn't go Alton Towers.
I don't know. One way to get the free suite. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got the very, very friendly, family friendly Halloween attraction.
I can't remember what that was called.
No.
Witch Hunt. No, Witch.
You go through. It's almost as if it's a like a maze in a book, a proper maze. You come across like pixies and fairies and stuff like that, and it wasn't good at all. But for if you're a kid, it would be great. But for people like us, it's hard to scare anyway. Like we didn't get none of the even platform 15. You can't see where you're going. The only one I actually think I jumped twice. The whole of Fright Nights. We were going. I think we went at 3 of the 4 weekends. When it was it 4 out of 4. 4 out of 4 we went.
And a couple in a week, I think.
Yeah. I jumped twice. He didn't jump any.
I did. I got punched in the face by the
Oh yeah, when we both got punched in the face. That is one thing. We definitely both got punched in the face, and it was both on platform 15.
And the actor did say sorry about my head.
Yeah. Yeah, we both got rubbed by actors. But one of them was Do or Die. I just wasn't expecting. We were coming out.
Oh, yeah,
You come into one of the containers and
last one it was.
yeah, the very last one you got the push things. I can't remember what they're called. So pushy cushions or whatever they're called. I was coming out of that and there was an actor coming in. It just made me jump. That normally doesn't even affect me, but it did for some reason. And the other one was on Vulcan Peak actually. I was so busy concentrating because I was right at the front. I was so busy concentrating on the rope you had to hold, that I wasn't expecting anything. Then all of a sudden, I just got touched, and that did make me jump. I will give it to Thorpe Park. That did make me jump. But Vulcan Peak was probably the worst maze I think anyone would ever do. It was woeful. I mean, we didn't even. I know they supposedly changed it halfway through, but we never done it the second half, did we? It was absolutely awful. But yeah, so we've kind of gone off track, very much so. We're going to go back, we'll wind back. So yeah, I think Legoland needs either a drop tower or maybe like a vortex type ride. I can't think what they're actually called, the rides. But like a vortex type ride or even a samurai in a way.
You can say that Chisholm had samurai.
Yeah, Chisholm. Yeah, exactly. And that is the problem we've got. Do you put in more family-friendly rides, or do you put in one exhilarating ride, thrill ride, and just hope for queues? Or do you keep it very family? But I'd still say they need each of the Chesterton as well. Ramesses Revenge is so hard to get a queue. I mean, we were standing there for 45 minutes just trying to get people to come on it, and they're like, no, we can't, we won't. Boring. Yeah, and then. But we finally got on it. We managed to get 2 rides on it, and then I got told I need to get off. How does that work? I don't understand it. But yeah, that was the only time we've done it since, haven't we? Because we've only been 3 or 4 times to Chisholm.
3, 4.
4. Yeah. So it's not great. But yeah, and then coaster-wise, I think they could actually do a scale down on maybe a more family-friendly B&M invert in a way, because they're great coasters.
You could do a smaller version.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe scale it down, not so much.
Height.
Yeah, in height, and less in maybe less inversions or something along those lines. A big coaster, but scale it down. So if kids were to see it, they go, oh, I don't know, and it would make thrill seekers actually want to go to them parks, because the whole time we've been thinking we didn't want to go Legoland because there's nothing really there for us. I mean, Cheshunt, you've got Vampire and you've got Dragon's Fury, but they're not major coasters, are they? They don't really get you excited to go for it.
Dragon's Fury is different.
Dragon's Fury is a good ride. I do like Dragon's Fury. I don't like waiting an hour and 25 minutes for it though. It's not worth an hour and 25 minutes. But you had to queue for it though, didn't you, on the annual pass day? If you had to queue. Even the tiny little kids rides you were queuing for an hour for. It was ridiculous. It was so busy. They're not worth the queues at all, are they? But yeah, so maybe a scaled down coaster. And that's what we feel. So either a drop tower or a vortex typey ride, and a scaled down major coaster for Legoland. Now we'll move on to Cheshunt. And once again, drop tower. I feel drop towers, you either love them or you hate them, but I think you do have to put them in there. We both hate them, and if you haven't watched the video on YouTube of me on it at Pleasurewood Hills, you can hear me screaming on the way down. It's embarrassing. I hate the video, but it's funny. I laugh at it looking back on it, and he'll listen to it over and over and over and over and over again.
What was that one at Winter Wonderland?
Hangover Drop Tower.
No, not the Drop Tower, the big one.
Avalanche.
Either end.
Avalanche is good. I still think Thorpe Park or Alton needs something like that.
That'd be quite good.
Yeah, takes you up and down. So you come up to the top, then you load the bottom, and then I think you get 5 turns each way, don't you?
Yeah, and the whole thing's twisting.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I think it was called Avalanche. That was a brilliant flat ride, and I think if Thorpe Park could get something like that, that would be brilliant. Because that is, I think, either that or Rush is my favourite flat ride I've ever done.
I love Rush.
I do love Rush, but that avalanche was absolutely brilliant. And looking over London, you could basically see the whole of London, couldn't you? And that was such a beautiful view.
The trouble we got at Rush is, obviously, it breaks down always on one arm.
Yes. But apparently they've fixed that,
Yeah.
apparently. But I'm not sure how I believe it. There can't be much more parts that Slammer's got that they can get used.
Obviously, they were using the parts from Slam,
Yeah.
the same manufacturer.
Exactly, and I don't think there's that much more that they can use off it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Slammer coming down soon.
Hopefully, it could be nice to have another flat ride there.
Yeah, still say Nemesis Revenge should go to Thorpe Park, but
It's so old.
it's old. But I still say it's wasted at Chisholm, absolutely wasted. But yeah, so Drop Tail up there, and this is where I think Cheserton need to step up their game. I think they need a big coaster there, in my personal opinion.
Kid big coaster. The biggest what you could get for kid wise.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a stealth or anything like that. Cause
Nothing like that. But I still say they need to step it up to their next level now.
I think they should have a launch coaster.
Maybe
more like Rita.
Yes, maybe Rita or 13, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Not huge. They're not huge, but
High.
they would be a perfect coaster for Cheserton because, I mean, we go there. I mean, the times we've gone there is because they're open another weekend after Thorpe Park closes.
Or earlier.
Or earlier, yeah. And before Thorpe Park opens. So that is actually, it's a perfect place to go if you still want to go to the theme parks. But we've got to that point now, do we really want to go? Because there's not a lot there for us.
We will be going this Sunday. It's only because Thorpe Park's not open on a Sunday, it's only open on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're down to Legoland, and I don't really want to go to Legoland again.
Legoland was good, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of theme in there, which I really do like.
But we've done that last week.
Yeah, we done that last week. I know we done Cheserton 2 weeks ago, but Cheserton's a little bit more fun, isn't it? If you ask me.
Well, I might have the pirate boat working.
I doubt it. I don't know why it's not. They haven't done that long time ago. They've had, 5 months to get that ready?
No, because that was working at Christmas. Pirate boat was on.
Oh, yeah.
So they've only had 2 months.
Alright,
really.
2 months. Yeah, okay. I'll kind of let them off. I didn't go at Christmas, but you did, didn't you? But yeah, so a Rita or a 13 at Cheserton, I
Yeah,
think.
just a low height one.
Yeah, because I think Thrill Seekers, when Thorpe Park closes, Alton Towers closes, Blackpool's closed, what has a Thrill Seeker got?
Not a lot.
Exactly, nothing. So we basically have to wait 5 months before we can go on another big coaster unless we go abroad, which we can't afford to go abroad, can we?
Not unless you subscribe.
Not unless you subscribe, so click that button. And then we'll go worldwide. But yeah, hashtag not sponsored. But yeah, so 13, Rita, something along those lines, that would be perfect for Cheserton, I feel.
They've got the Vampire. That is a good ride.
That it is.
Just isn't.
It's thrilling.
Yeah.
It's
old.
not thrilling.
Very old.
Which, update on that, they're starting to dual ride it, haven't they? Which apparently, I don't know how true this is, apparently that's really rare for Cheserton to start dual riding, but they've been doing it. They didn't do it when we were there, did they? But they apparently
Still testing it, aren't they?
have been doing it this week. Which we've also saw that Nemesis Inferno has been, on videos we've watched, Nemesis Inferno has been dual testing as well, so we don't know if that's going to be coming this year or not.
Hopefully.
Hopefully it will be, because that will reduce a lot of queue times. But it does break down because it's old. Same as Colossus. And I hope they sort that out, so they runs on 2 trains. But yeah, so next we'll go on to Alton Towers.
You say Alton Towers though, but they've got a dungeon now.
Yes, but what haven't they got? That Thorpe Park's got, and what Cheserton's got. They have not got a water ride, apart from the Rapids.
Because they gave it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Before,
Do you know, I personally feel they need a water coaster there. Or
possibly.
a type of, like, tidal wave maybe, or another coaster type of water that involves water. I do think they need something to roll over water there.
Yeah, maybe.
Because,
I ain't been there for years. They're going to be
yeah,
taking
we going at the end of May, which I cannot wait for.
Sure, I'm not going a bit before that.
Yeah, if you go before that, I'll come, definitely. because I've been wanting to go to Alton because my sister lives up that way, so I've been wanting to go for about 3 years, but we've never gone. But now I'm definitely 100% going this year. 100%.
What job does your sister do, Liam?
I can't say.
What, nothing. Not even what she does.
I can't say. Yeah, secrets. Yeah. But we'll be going to Alton, so this is where we're going to be talking about. But I feel Alton need a water coaster or a water ride. Anything you feel they need?
No, I can't really talk until I got up there, because I haven't been there for a good...
They haven't got a drop tower either there, have they, Alton Towers? Don't think they've got a drop tower either there, so maybe they need to invest in another... Oh no, they've got loads of rides there. They have got loads of rides at Alton Towers, but Alton Towers is massive. So, which... I do get annoyed with Merlin because they seem to invest in Alton Towers more than any of their parks. I mean, what was it, 3 coasters in 10 years? I mean, and then 1 at Fort Park in 8, so that ain't really fair on the other parks, is it? Because they keep investing into Alton Towers.
Right.
The Dungeons coming in, Wicker Man last year, Smiler in, was it 2013? And then was Rita, wasn't it, in 2008? Yeah. So that's what 4 attractions in the past 10 years, and where Thorpe has got... All right, they've had Ghost Train in 2016.
Walking Dead 2008?
Yeah, Walking Dead, yeah. So that's... But they're not... I know Walking Dead wouldn't have cost them too much, would it?
Theming-wise.
Theming it would have cost them, but I don't personally think that it would have cost them that much, because it's just theming, really, isn't it? They haven't renovated.
The Walking Dead is actually filmed really well, so
Yeah.
they've really got a lot of money spent in there.
Yeah, I mean, Darren Brown was about 30 million, wasn't it? Which is stupid amounts for a ride that's the most dark ride that is so inconsistent. You know, half the time it's not working. Like if we ever think about doing it, I don't like doing it because it ruins my hair. But if we even think about doing it, we look, see what the queue is. Oh, come back later.
If it's not
Come back later.
I do like sitting down.
Yeah, or 80, 90 to 120 minutes. It's ridiculous. I mean, we've only seen it. I think we've seen it once on 5 minutes, haven't we? And that was only when it was like 100 people in the park.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Alton. We keep getting off the point. Maybe this should just be a talk show.
It could be a talk show.
Talk show / what we need. What do you think about a talk show? Weekly talk show? That'd be good.
Depends if people who actually watch the videos long enough to get to this part of the conversation.
Yes. Please watch till the end. We've still got about another 5-10 minutes. So please.
Just have it in the background.
Yeah, please bear with. Get a cup of tea, get yourself some biscuits, whatever, but come back and watch. Yeah, Alton, a water ride. I feel they definitely need a water ride there. But other than that, I don't think they need a lot. A water coaster or some kind of water ride that does get you wet. I mean, I don't particularly like getting wet when we go to theme parks, but they are good rides, aren't they? I mean, Tidal Wave in the summer, 30-degree heats, you can't beat it, can you?
No, there's long queues there.
Yeah, it is, but it's worth it, I think, in those kind of heats. But then you can also boil over afterwards, so it's a bit 50-50 in the way that goes over. But yeah, so now we'll move over to Thorpe.
My personal favourite park.
Yeah, mine too. What do you think I need?
Obviously a new coaster.
I'm very strong opinionated on what I think we're going to get next.
I know what they're going to... Well, I don't know, but in my head I know what they're going to go
Same with me. Well, you go first.
There's a pattern, isn't there? It's always a pattern.
Yeah.
So obviously, this year, I think, because there are signs up and about Fort Park with the Roman numerals of 2020. So I do think that they're going to put an alert out on their birthday.
Me too.
What coaster they will be getting, and I do assume it will be a wooden roller coaster.
Brings on to my big point. You saying that. I think Wicker Man was an experiment.
It could be.
I honestly think it was an experiment of who they're going to use. Are they going to use GCI? are they going to use Rocky Mountain construction? And I do think if they are going to bring a wooden coaster in, it's going to be a record setter.
But as well, they have got Rocky construction already there.
No, they don't. I looked this up. It was Mack Rides. Yeah, it was Mack Rides. I thought all this time Loggers Leap was made.
No, not Loggers Leap, that little kids one. And
No, that's Rocky Express, you idiot. Dumbo. You gotta have a silly comment every now and then, yeah. Make it fun. But yeah, I think that GCI was an experiment to see who they're going to use, and I think it's going to be a record setter.
Well, it's always a record setter.
Exactly, apart from Nemesis Inferno, but they set that with the most naked people on a roller coaster.
Because they didn't have the record setter, they'd done their own little thing.
Yeah.
Which most naked people on a coaster.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be a UK record setter or it's going to be a world record setter. There's a hell of a lot of land.
Well, Costa's had the most loops.
Yeah, most looping coaster, wasn't it? No, it was the first 10 looping coaster
In the world, I think that was.
Yes, I think Stealth is the tallest.
Was the tallest in the UK.
And then the big one took it over.
Yeah. And then.
No, it was the tallest launch coaster in the UK, wasn't it?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
In the UK. Then Stealth.
Saw was the first vertical dropped coaster in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Swarm
was the first wing coaster, which it still is, isn't it?
I think
Yes,
so.
yeah.
No, because isn't thingy at Blackpool.
No, they haven't, because you're thinking of Icon. That was their new one.
Yeah, no, I went on that one.
Yeah, I know. Icon was their new one. No, a silly one. But yeah, what others are there? Swarm, Stealth, Colossus.
Walking Dead and Flying Fish.
Yeah. Yay! We missing our coaster? Nemesis, Swarm, Stealth, Saw. No, seeing it. The big ones. Yeah. Easy, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. So I think, yeah, it's going to be either a world record or a UK setting.
It'll be a UK one. I don't think they'll go for a world one because of the financial situation of cost.
But that is a huge amount of land behind Loggers Leap, isn't it?
And Swarm Island.
And behind Swarm Island. But that brings me on to my next point about Thorpe Park as well. And I think you've said it as well in the past. I don't just think it's going to be one coaster we're going to be getting. I think they're going to bring a hyper coaster behind Swarm Island.
2 coasters and 1 flat, I reckon, to go West Landers. Fingers crossed.
I think they're going to bring a B&M hyper coaster in behind Swarm Island. I'm strongly sure it is going to be 2 coasters because we've waited so long for a coaster, haven't we? So I think it is going to be 2. So yes, now we're going to go on to, if the park had to get rid of one ride, what would it be? So we'll let you start on this. Legoland.
I'd have to say the Dragon's Apprentice because just the way it looked.
What, and replace it for a bigger coaster?
Yeah, just a little bit more better for the kids instead of.
Yeah.
That was
Okay. Chisholm.
Nemesis Revenge because it doesn't get used.
Alton Towers.
I don't know because I haven't been there for a long time, so I can't afford to say.
I think what I've seen on videos and what I've heard other people, I'd say Enterprise because what other people have said. Obviously, I've never been there, so I can't really
comment.
Can't comment. But what I've heard, I'd say Enterprise, and then Thorpe.
Slammer because it's no longer technically there.
Yeah, but other than Slammer,
Ride still there. Storm Surge.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that being.
Yeah, but they could put something else.
Yeah, they could. Did you know that it was there for the water waste? We only found that out a few months ago, didn't we?
Yeah. But they could use anything else to give it to the water.
Yeah. What was the third point? What they could get to improve the park. What they could get rid of. What was another one, wasn't there? What next? No, I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, we're probably going to end this video here. Make sure you like like, comment, subscribe, and share. Click the little bell to be notified when we upload next. And that is us. Theme Park Days. We're out.